So if you're expecting that 2023 will be a reflection of what happened in the last 2 quarters of 2022, I think you're going to be very much mistaken. My name is David Siddons, and for the next 10 minutes I'm going to explain to you what is going to be happening in the Miami real estate market with our forecast and our predictions. To coincide with this, we're actually launching our Miami Real Estate Trends page, which is a live page that will be constantly updated with the most accurate information from the last quarter, every quarter as it happens. This means that no matter when you watch this video and you go into our Trends page, you're going to get the most up-to-date information. So 2023, we started 2023 incredibly strong. Now I understand that the forecast and the predictions and the general sentiment for the rest of the US market is maybe not as good, but Miami is different. And if you follow the Knight Frank report and you look at the Goldman Sachs report, they're both predicting a very strong year for Miami real estate and positive growth. In fact, I think if anything, it underestimates the growth within the luxury sectors and the markets that I personally deal with. I think it's conservative, and I think we can expect much stronger growth than you might otherwise believe. Now, let me give you a little overview of the market as we see it. One thing has happened that has caused people to, let's say, become confused with what's going on. We see inventory starting to grow, we see sales starting to slow down, and then sometimes we assume, well, maybe I can get a better deal, maybe prices are going to fall. Well, that needs a bit of explanation because in truth, the market has certain subsectors where yes, inventory starts to grow. But first and foremost, the Miami real estate market's inventory is still very, very low. In almost every case, in all the markets that we're dealing with, whether it's Brickell or Coconut Grove or Pinecrest or Sunny Isles or Aventura, in most cases, the inventory is below 9 months, which means it's definitely much to the benefit of the seller, not the buyer. Now, there are a few exceptions to that, and I'll get into that, but in most cases, the inventory is still too low for us to see corrections. Now, where we do see inventory growing is a particular type of product within this market. This is not the new product or the brand new constructed homes or the luxury product that we have out there in the market. What is it? It's the older homes, the older condos, the things that need renovating, the stuff that's overpriced because some guy bought it a year and a half ago and now he wants to double his money. That product's going to sit on the market and it's going to start to grow. But if you're out there in the market and you are a buyer and you're a relocating buyer, which is quite possibly why you're watching this video, you're actually going to find yourself with a severe shortage of options available to you across a number of the sectors. And I'm going to get into each and every sector right now and explain what we're dealing with and then how to act accordingly. So I'm going to break it down and I'm going to start by talking about the housing market. The housing market, the condo market, we're going to talk about the secondary markets and the primary markets. So let's start with the housing market. Now, the housing market, by majority, is set as a primary market where people live all year round because a second home is a lot of work if you're traveling and you've got to look after a single family property. Condos are a much easier option, why it serves so well the secondary market. The housing market, the primary markets, which is where the families are moving to, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables, all those Citadel folks that you're reading about, all those hedge funds that are moving in, this is where they're buying a home, as well as North Pinecrest and as well as some of the other areas around like Ponce Davis and High Pines and to a degree on the beach. These markets are alive and well. Inventory is still very, very low. And guess what everybody wants to buy? A new or remodeled home, something that's really well done, that's new or nearly new. The inventory there is next to nothing. It's very, very hard to find a new home. In fact, I always say, if you gave me 10 houses right now around $6 million in any of these markets, you give me 30 minutes, I'll probably have about a dozen buyers. The market is very, very strong in this sector, so do not underestimate it and do not come in and try and lowball sellers with low offers on this type of product because you will be met with stone cold silence. But the product is out there, you just have to get in there a little bit early. This is why the new homes that are selling, by majority, we're seeing are actually selling even before they're finished. They're halfway through the construction period. 3/4 way through the construction period, and buyers are coming in and snapping these homes up because they know that if they wait till it's finished, it's very likely going to be gone. Then if you look across to the beach, the luxury sector of the market, and the other areas, the gated communities, the new product that's coming into the single family sector that's luxury are reaching new levels that we've never seen before. We're hitting numbers like 50, 60, $70 million product. And guess what? It's selling. When it's high quality and it's well done, we don't need a very large number of people to buy this product, but they are very much out there because we are drawing on the 1% of wealth from across the nation. And as long as California and New York continue to penalize their residents, it's going to keep causing those buyers to come towards us. And there are new measures now in place through 2023, such as Measure ULA, which I did an entire podcast on, the new tax in California, that's further pushing those buyers in our direction. So there are trends and there are movements in place causing us to bring buyers in. So inventory, I'm going to flash up on the screen all the different neighborhoods so you can see the dollar per square foot averages and most importantly, the level of inventory that you're dealing with in this sector. Prices are not going to go back. They're not going to recede to what they were previously. Expect new homes, you're going to pay well over $1,000 a square foot. And once you get to the beach and waterfront, we're seeing trades over $3,000 a square foot for waterfront in prime gated communities through Miami. That's just to give you a general sense of the numbers. Now, there are sectors of the market that we could see a bit of a pullback once you go into some of the wider areas through Pinecrest and some of the other neighborhoods with older homes. Those homes are going to get a little harder to move. So you've got to be a little bit more wary about the aggressiveness that you need to be if you're a seller in that particular market. Now I'm going to step into, and finally I'm going to talk about the condo market. Miami has a huge condo market, but the ability to analyze it is a little bit more complex because in the shadows, we have the new condo construction product, which makes up a very large chunk of our real estate condo market. And in 2023, we have no less than at least 25 new condos coming into South Florida, which is why we have a dedicated page for the new condo construction projects through the different neighborhoods, as well as independent reviews of every single one. We have the drone tours, we have the price lists, we have the floor plans, everything that you're going to need. But it's a very telling statistic when we look at the slowdown within sectors of the 3 to 5 million range in areas like Brickell and in Sunny Isles, where inventory seems to be ballooning to levels of around 30 months. These are the two neighborhoods that I would say you need to be careful about if you're a seller and you have an older condo in that market. You cannot push new ceiling limits for 2023 because the buyers who are coming into the market have the optionality of excellent new construction product in this price point, in the 3 to 5 million range, and it's really serving the luxury sector. Miami is overall not this investor class safe haven for flight capital from South American countries that it used to be. It is now becoming front and center for 2023 as we continue with mass migration and buyers coming from North America. They are still very much the dominant part of our buying market, and they will continue to do so. And my experience as I see buyers coming through, those buyers from North America, from the other states, are coming in and looking at the new product. Now, once you get into the condo market in the 4 to 6 range and you start to get out of the lower ranges, it's actually surprisingly very difficult to find product in this sector. So 3 bedrooms, for example, on the beach, $4 to $6 million, very, very, very hard market to satisfy. Very little inventory because that price point has just moved up. So understanding that we don't expect those price points for the newer product on the beach, anything built post 2015, is still going to be very much in a short supply. And the buyers who are coming in to buy, we have a lot more primary buyers of condo product that we've ever had before. And that maybe has something to do with the fact that the new condo construction product that's being launched is very much serving that crowd of individuals. These are bigger units, more open floor plans, more spaces. The very low end of the market, the entry level has shifted up. the 0 to 1, 1 to 2 has become very, very dry. There's not a lot of optionality for people out there looking for good product in this sector. It's mostly dominated by the older buildings. Now, some will fall by the wayside and buyers will probably pull back from those a little bit. But overall, again, it's a dry market. The market has moved. The whole of Miami as a real estate market has shifted gear from being a tourist desirable city to becoming a major engine. And I cannot underemphasize that. So the situation that I will then leave you with is be granular. As always, if you want specifics about any neighborhood, any submarket, we have 7 territory managers. We understand it. Our software, our analytics are state of art. They're the best that exist out there in the market. They're updated daily. We have softwares with 10,000 information points that will give you visual representations of the market. But as always, you need a local expert, somebody who's in the weeds, grassroots, selling every day, not an academic analyst who's giving you information from afar. This is actually the direct results of us buying and selling with clients every single day. So thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, follow us, and as always, watch many of our Miami real estate videos. We have over 600 of them, and stay tuned for very soon a new report, new information, new articles, and new facts coming up on the Miami real estate market as we go through 2023. Thank you for watching.